I feel like this is a bad angle, but this is the only way that you can't see the other houses, so apologies. I'm going to a flea market. I could not think of what it was for a minute. And yeah, it's one that I always go to, and like we only go like once a year because it's not like insanely far, but it's a distance away, so it's like a planned trip, so we're going. I feel like I never tell you what it is, so apologies. A flea market in Pawpaw, and that's literally all. I mean, it's got a name, but I just call it the Pawpaw Flea Market. It's in Michigan. Anyways, last year they were $5. When I first started going, dolls were like the main price that they were. The majority of it was $3.50 or no, they were $3 or 2 for $5. So I got like a bunch of them for like $5. Last year I went, they were $5 each. $5 each. So I'm kind of curious to see how much they are this year. I feel like they've just been rising in price, and I was really shocked that they're $5. I don't know what worse they can get. I did buy them, but just not as many because I was more picky, because I was like, $5 is a lot for a doll, especially a lot of like the nude ones that they were selling, which is insane in my opinion. So I'm curious to see how much they are this year, and if I accumulate anything. I really hope that I do. I maybe will take you along, but I hate filming in public. What else can I say? Oh, I was gonna do like a, hi, I'm Active Hab. I am going to spend blank, except I only brought a certain amount of money, which, in all fairness, I did check, there is a bank up there in case I need more. Hopefully I don't go over that, because honestly that's a lot to spend at a flea market, but we'll see. I feel like last year I did not go over what I brought, and I think I did not bring this much money, but I feel like I came close to it. I don't think that I had like a panic, like, am I gonna have enough? Because I feel like one of the years I had to borrow money from one of my parents, which both brought money, so like I'll also go off of theirs and just pay them back, but we will see. Let's go on the journey. So basically, if you didn't see that other clip, basically I went to a flea market up in Pawpaw, Michigan. I don't know what it's called. And then I went to 2 other places. Don't ask what they're called because I don't remember, but nonetheless, I spent some money. Not my biggest haul, which is fine, but definitely a lot for a flea market. I feel like probably my biggest haul for a flea market. I did not go over budget, which is great. I have leftover money. My biggest pet peeve with flea markets is, number one, overpricing things. Things don't need to be as high priced as they are. But actually this time they weren't like insanely bad, which is nice. But also when flea market places do not, sorry, my hair was up in a bun, do not like have any information on there telling you how much stuff is. That really irritates me. My biggest thing is I hate talking to people. I would like to have as minimal contact as possible. I would like to pick up my stuff, hand you them, and go, here's what I want, and then them tell me how much it is, or me knowing how much it is because I did the math. And then yeah, because I hate when I have to ask and then I'm like, I'm not, like, that's so overpriced, and then having to slowly walk away, you know what I mean? So my biggest thing, I said in the beginning that prices have just been going up and up, and I was really nervous about this year how much they were going to be. Last year I went, the majority of them were $5. I did see some that were priced from $7 to $10, but there were other ones that were relatively decently priced, so that was really exciting. I'm going to show you what I got. I actually got an insane amount of boxes. Last year I got like 3 dolls, and none of them were in box. And then I went to the other place and I did get some boxed ones, but usually like when I go to a flea market, I don't really get dolls in box. I get a lot of like dolls out of box, but I got quite a few dolls in box, which is really exciting, which means I have their stuff. I also got quite a few Barbies, which I feel like typically when I go to a flea market, because I know that they're going to be more overpriced, I tend to like avoid Barbies, but if they were in box and decently priced, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. So let's just introduce you to my new collection pieces. First, the flea market. So when I go to flea markets, I go through the flea market once and then I attempt to make my way back, because the thing is, what if I see an item and I pick it up and then I find the item cheaper halfway through the flea market? That really is irritating. So this was the last row that I went to, and then I circled back around and I was like, I want that. This was not priced. It was not a priced item, but as I was looking at it, the person told me and I was like, thank you so much. When I look at something, I'm like, I'm glad, like, that is an acceptable conversation to be like, oh, that's this price. 2 people did that and I was really grateful, because I hate asking for things and how much they are. So the first one is a doll in box, which is really exciting. Here is my doll. I forgot to tell you. So I also said I wanted to do the trend where it was like, I'm blank and I think I'm gonna spend this much money. I don't know what I would have guessed, but I brought like a certain amount and I think I spent $66, which is still a lot. But knowing that I was going to a flea market, I had like, you know, decided how much I was willing to spend and hopefully didn't go over that budget. So that was under what I had, which is exciting, and leftover money to spend. But I think I spent 66, but we will go do the math in a minute. Again, quite a few box dolls, which is exciting. First one that I ended up picking up was Harry Potter. This is the Mattel dolls. I really want the Harry Potter dolls. I do not like supporting the Harry Potter franchise. But I won't buy them in stores. I really don't want to. The only dolls that I bought in store would be the little ones, Spin Master. I bought 4 of the Spin Master dolls and I bought them at Five Below because I was like, that's a significant price drop and I feel like they're making very little to no money, you know what I mean? Like, that was in my head. Like, this doll is at a flea market though. He had already been purchased from the store. I'm just purchasing it from somebody else. That seems more acceptable to me. I have one Mattel doll, Harry Potter, and I don't actually know if it's this size, but this is Harry Potter. He's wearing his average little cloak, and I have Hermione. I don't know if it's a part of the same series, but nonetheless, I do really want them. I remember when they had them in Costco and they had them on sale, I went to go get them and they didn't have them at mine, and maybe that was the universe being like, don't do it. But I really like Harry Potter. I have a lot of Harry Potter stuff. I have a lot of Harry Potter like craft stuff that like my mom was really invested in like crafting and stuff, and so, you know, that kind of type of stuff. So yeah, Harry Potter is always a really nice thing to get. That was the first thing that I ended up picking up because it was the last thing that I saw at the flea market going around one time. The next thing that I got was also at the flea market, and I think it was actually the second thing that I picked up. Yes, I think so. This one's exciting. Got bags. I got so many bags. Okay. It is the Holiday Barbie, the 2020 Holiday Barbie. I'm looking. Okay. I just had to make sure I didn't have her. This doll, here she is. She looks a little bit beat up, so I paid $5 for her when I passed by. Typically holiday Barbies, I feel like at flea markets are really expensive, so a lot of times I either avoid them because I know that they're going to be like kind of expensive. Usually they're around $20, which is what I will pay for them, but like I would rather pick up other things than a holiday Barbie because I can find them everywhere. So typically I glance at the prices, but like I'm looking at the other stuff, and my mom pointed this out and was like, it's $5, and I go, $5? And I was like, she's like, ah. And the person told me that it was $5 because it was originally 10 and then it got like rained on, so then they removed the top. And that is acceptable conversation, okay? I would love to hear that. I just don't want to have to go up to you and ask how much something is, and then I have to be like, too expensive, not gonna get it. So this is the Holiday Barbie 2020. I do actually have a list of all of my holiday Barbies that I still need, because like when I'm in stores sometimes like I cannot remember, especially when it comes to like the white and silver dolls. That's my holiday Barbie collection. I took photos of them a while ago and I just still have yet to refix them, but she's gonna go on that shelf. The silver and white dolls, I can never remember who I have. Like I will see a doll and I'll be like, do I have that doll? So I have a list, and I didn't pull it out for this one because I was like, $5, like that seems fair, and I do not have her. I actually think, do you know what's really devastating about this? I think like a year ago when I got my Avastar dolls, I'll do it this way, I think you can see a little bit better. Okay, when I got my Avastar dolls at like Kohl's, I think it was Kohl's, it was some place at our mall, they had this doll, I'm pretty sure it was this doll, and she was like a really good price, like I feel like $10, maybe like a little less, but she was not $5 anyways. And I passed up on her because I was very convinced that I had her. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have her, and I did not, and that is how I knew that I needed her. So I guess I can cross her off my list. Ever since I started collecting, I've been trying to like really attempt to get the holiday Barbies that are currently in stores so that I don't have to pay super expensive prices like when they go on clearance. But for whatever reason, I must have just missed that one because I've gotten some of them. See, have the red one. You can't really see her. Who else? I swear I have the candy cane. She wasn't out when that happened, but I also have the silver, which is like 2021 maybe. That's 2020. That was probably 2024. I have yet to get the one that came out this last year. The one that I thought she was really pretty. But like I really try, and I miss them. For whatever reason, I always miss holiday Barbies. Like I'm like, I really need to get them and look when they go on clearance, because at some point they're gonna go on clearance, and then I just forget. So that's how I missed that one, because I really did want her and I really liked her when she came out. There was one holiday, I was gonna say there's one that I remember I did not love when she came out, so I was like, I really want to get her on sale, and it was the red one. You can't even see her. I'm sorry. The one that I have, she's really pretty. I did not love the dress design, and I was like, I'm not paying $50 for that doll. I think they're like 50. They may be 40. I don't know. Anyways, next, I really want to go in like the order that I got them at the flea market, so I'm really trying to remember because I really want to. Okay. The next thing that I went to was another one that somebody had to tell me the prices, but I didn't have to ask. I did not have to ask how much they were. I was looking at them and the person told me, and this is the ones that I got that were loose dolls. Everything else I think is box dolls except for one other, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. He informed me that they were 50 cents each, and I was like, okay. So we have this one. She's not wearing her outfit, but she's in a very cute outfit. I don't know if I'm going to keep her in this, but this is a Barbie Extra. If you don't know, I really liked Barbie Extras when I first started like attempting to collect with the little amount of money that I had. Barbie Extra was out, and I just, for whatever reason, did not get them. I feel like I never saw them go on sale, but here she is. And this one's really pretty. I think this is, I want to say she's first wave, but I don't think she is. Second wave? Don't ask. Anyways, I really could not tell you actually. Is she first wave? Listen, I didn't take a look at their faces, but she's got a really pretty face. Anyways, pretty sure this is a Barbie Extra, but she's not in her outfit. Therefore, she does not get to be a Barbie Extra because they don't count unless I have their outfits, if that makes sense. I don't say that to be mean to the doll. I get like outfits all the time. And if I have the doll outfit, I can put on any doll, and like I'm satisfied with the doll, if that makes sense in my brain. It doesn't have to go on the exact one, but if I get a doll and I don't have their outfit, it does not count as crossing off my list because I really like the fashion. You know what I mean? Some of the faces are really pretty. Like this one's really pretty. I really want her to have her outfit, but she's gonna get some random outfit that I can find. And yeah. I just said for 50 cents. She's adorable, and she's got the like Ever After High Monster High articulation. I always call it that because like that's the doll that I think most people can recognize, but it's whatever articulation this is. In order to be like top 10 doll line or like a really good one that I just love is to have that kind of articulation, being able to bend their legs. Sorry, the skirt is like short on her. In order to bend their legs and bend their arms to do like basic play things. Anyways, she's adorable. I'm very excited about her. Next, I should have said in the beginning, the one that caught my eye was her, which is why I was like, I do not want to pay $5 for a nude doll. I'll pay, I don't know, a couple, but like I did not want to pay $5. It was 50 cents. I bought $5 and the guy said $2. And I was like, I was willing to give you $2.50. But he said $2. Listen, I still would like to have her outfit. Does she come with the, is it like the hair thing, or does she come with the, no, Amaya comes with the hair, so she must come with the, is it extra outfits? It's something. She comes with something, I don't know. She's adorable. There's Amaya. Is it Ainsley? I don't think that's, I don't remember. I don't know her name, please don't ask. Avery? I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Nonetheless, she is so pretty. She came out during like the first wave, right? I could be making that up. And they did their 6 and then they do the 2 others. Am I lying? Am I making that up? Anyways, she's really pretty. I'm not the biggest fan of the wig. But actually, honestly, I don't want to be like commend MGA more. But I actually think their wig looks decently fine. Like, honestly, like, I never was bothered by it. You can see it a little bit on the sides, but, like, when this doll came out, she was really expensive, and I never really saw her go on sale for an insanely decent price. Also, at that time, I had very minimal money to spend. I was, you know, younger, so I never got them. I also never minded that they had, like, the super shiny face. She just looks like me. After a day of work, she's got the shiny face, but I think she's so pretty. She's the wig. She was nude, but honestly, I don't care. I will find an outfit for her every once in a while. I have Rainbow High outfits, and then also a lot of my Skipper dolls are wearing the Rainbow High like extra outfit pieces, and I always contemplate, I could always steal an outfit for one of them, but every once in a while I'll go and pick up a doll that has a second outfit. Actually, I just picked up the Sunny Madison doll. What is that? The runway line. I just picked up her and she came with a second outfit. Now, do I think pink and yellow are gonna look great? I don't know, but I could always do that. I did find a runway doll when I was there, but she was like $7 to $8, which honestly I feel like the runway line was like $34. She didn't come with her second outfit, and I would really like to find them with their second outfit if I'm going to get them. So we'll just keep holding out there for like, I feel like they weren't priced. That was like the issue. Some of the booths that I went to had some dolls that were priced and some dolls that weren't, and I was like, I don't want you, because one time I went to a booth like a few years ago and it said dolls were $5, or it said dolls were maybe $5, and I found like a whole bunch of like dolls that I really wanted, and they were like, no, those ones weren't priced, so they're $25. Like, I remember being like, this is like a doll that has been in like really bad shape, played with. And yes, I feel like there was like Ever After High, there was a Shibajuku, is that how you say it? Like, I'm sure that they were worth that price, but I was like, your sign's at $5, and I was so upset. So that's why I really hate asking, because I remember being like really happy and then being like, you bastard, I'm not paying like $100 for these dolls that I wanted, because I feel like there was a whole bunch that I wanted. Anyways, I'm very excited to get her. She's so pretty. I don't know what she's gonna wear though, but I will find something. Okay, I will steal from the Skipper dolls if I have to. I always contemplate it, but then I just always end up finding clothing in my hoarding area. But also, hear me out, if I do steal clothing from my Skippers, I can put them in Creatable World clothing, because those also work for them, and I just got a Creatable World doll, so they will not be nude. Sorry. Next, that same booth, I got, is there anyone else? Yeah, okay. This is gonna sound really bad, but I cannot remember if I have this doll. This is Emo Emma, and I really cannot remember if I have her. By the way, I have a list. I have a list of a whole bunch of dolls, and all my OMGs are on it that I still need to collect. Did I bring it out? The list is there for like this circumstances. I was out. I could have looked to see if I had the holiday Barbie. I could have looked to see if Emo Emma was on it. But I did not. I was like, I'm not gonna use that, I guess. It literally takes 5 seconds to pull it out. But the reason why I did not is I was like 50 cents for a doll that I possibly already have, I'm perfectly fine with, because I think she's really pretty. So I am pretty sure I don't have her, okay? And I still have yet to look, even though I've been home for 2 hours. And my thoughts on why I don't have her is because I have Chloe Pepper, and Chloe Pepper and Emo Emma came out around the same time, and I was really invested in both of them because I have a friend that's named Emma, and I love Chloe Pepper. So I know I have her, but I don't know if I have her. Nonetheless, if she's a double, she was probably my top OMG doll. I don't know, I actually have a ranking. I put my top dolls so that I could be like extra excited when I get them, and I know she's in the top 10, but she could probably be my top 5. I don't think she is the top one, but she's beautiful. And I love OMG dolls. I've talked about it. They're my favorite current doll line in stores, and now I can say that because apparently OMG is back. I thought they were just doing the tots, but apparently they're back. I saw a bunch of stuff and I'm actually very excited, even though I do not want to support MGA for, I feel like I'm like strangling you. I do not want to support MGA for like their terrible decisions that they have made, and specifically the CEO and his beliefs in the world. So that's disappointing because I have been like really avoiding buying dolls in store, which is why I was really excited to go to the flea market to be able to be like, I can purchase these dolls. And they did have a lot of OMG dolls that I just didn't want to pay the prices for, especially for like not having everything. I would pay like $10 for a doll, but they were like half nude. And I was like, I don't want to pay that. This doll was 50 cents. I would have paid the $10 for what she's in right now. Obviously, I would have been upset because she doesn't have shoes, but like she's in very good condition. I love her. She's so pretty. She has earrings. She has a little necklace. She's adorable. She might be missing her other stocking on this arm, but like I'm decently fine with how she looks. She's adorable. I'm very excited to have her. I don't think that I have her. So that was an exciting ad, but if I already have her, I felt like 50 cents was a perfectly reasonable price. This one I think is, I didn't actually compare, but this is an OMG doll. She's 50 cents as well. And well, technically they were less than 50 cents because I got $5 and I paid $2. But I think this is one with a haircut. I think it's her. Oh, you can't see. I think it's her. Oh my god, I'm not good with pointing. That one, I wanted to say Groovy Babe. Oh my gosh, I am blanking, but she was one of my first ever OMG dolls that I got. I really cannot. I got 4. I like to be able to be like, this is my first doll, but I got 4 OMG dolls for Christmas, and those would have been my like introduction. I was very obsessed with OMGs, and I was like, I really want one, and my parents were very kind and got me 4 of them, so I got 4 dolls, and that was one of them, and I'm pretty sure it's her, which you might be like, why would you pick her up? Because I love OMG dolls. She has a haircut, actually is not that bad. Like, I love her with the curly hair, and I don't know, I fell in love. I actually recognized that it was that doll because of this, and I don't know, I just love OMGs so much. I thought I'm going to give her an outfit. I'm going to display her as is, but sometimes I come across OMGs that don't have hands and don't have arms, and while you might be thinking that's really mean to rip them off, if I find one that I don't have, that is not displayable until she has hands, because like, listen, I get like Monster High dolls all the time, and like it's very disappointing when they don't have their hands, especially if they have like their whole outfit. Like I have a Spectre doll that doesn't have her hands. I'm hoping I could maybe do that with her. I know, I'm sorry. But as of right now, because I don't have one that doesn't have hands, I'm just gonna find an outfit for her and put her on display. She's adorable. I love her with her little chopped hair, even though she's a bit messy. I think it looks fine. Like I actually like picked her up and I was like, she looks really cute with her chopped hair. So I'm curious to like what I can do to like mess around with like the hair, but I don't know. She just really spoke to me, and I said for 50 cents I'm gonna pick up my favorite doll line. I know this one, she's wearing a homemade outfit, which is honestly the most cutest thing on the planet. You can see the little stitching. I love that. Sorry. This is the last one I picked up. I didn't even see her there. This, let me know if she's real, because I have never seen one of these like just thrifting, let alone just at a flea market. This I think is Lika. Is it not Lika? If it's not Lika, you can let me know. But the back says Takara, which I think is
the company that makes Leica. I thought when I first picked it up, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, like Daiso, which I've never been. Is that how you say it? Daiso. Or just like a knockoff, but she actually feels pretty decent. I know nothing about Leica. I really want Leica. Specifically, I want the outfits. Like I like dolls' faces typically, like I really like, but I also really like their fashion, okay? And that is like one thing. Like sometimes I'll be like, I'm really invested in their face. If you haven't seen my Disney princess rankings, I'm like, I really like their face. Like I love their face, but I don't like their outfit. Or sometimes it's the opposite, and it's like the fashion. But I've never had Alika, so I picked her up. I'll have to find something for her. But I really wanted to order from Japan, and then they started being like, we're gonna close the border, we're gonna start pricing a lot, and I was like, are you kidding me? I think this will be my only experience to outside markets. This is exciting, this is adorable. She could be a knockoff, but if she isn't, I literally, I don't know anything about them. I really want the hashtag Leica dolls, but I also have been very like interested in Leica, and I really have just been avoiding looking at them other than hashtag Leica because of like the world that we are in. So I think that's all 5. Let's see. Okay, the last thing that I got was at the first booth that I walked in, and that's the place that every once in a while I will buy stuff. Actually, last year I bought my Apple White doll from them. They had the stuff that was, a lot of their dolls were $10. When I first walked in, I actually was like, I want to leave now, because I was like, are all the dolls gonna be like that? So I was really grateful. There were some places that had dolls for $2, so they weren't like the $7-8 that I was like really panicking for, but I just didn't go to any of those booths because a lot of them were like nude or whatever. And while when I was younger, a lot of that, I have a lot of dolls that I did like styling on or rebrooding. That was really nice. I would have loved to go back there when I was younger to get those kind of dolls, to be able to like rebrood them and stuff. But now that I'm being a bit more selective as I'm running out of space, I say that as there's like a practically empty shelf, but this was at that booth, and I saw it when I first walked in, and I was like, I kind of really want that doll. If you don't know, I feel like a lot of collectors do not like celebrity dolls. I feel like a lot of them are just like, I don't like celebrity dolls. I don't see them in a lot of people's collection. Well, I guess that's kind of a lie. But I don't know, there's just something about like that fascinates me about celebrity dolls. So I've been slowly adding them to my like wish list, and this is one of them. One time I went to an antique mall and I saw it, and I just kept passing the doll up, and eventually he was gone, and I left him. And it's not this doll, but it's like this, it's the same celebrity. It's a Cody Simpson's doll. I got him for $8. This was very exciting. Are those tattoos? One of a kind collectible stickers. They're not tattoos. All access pass singing fashion doll, sorry. And then there's a guitar in there that fell out. It's Cody Simpson. I assume he sings, which is neat. It does say sing a clip from, I don't know. Anyways, I am very excited. I don't know how much this doll goes for. You could be like, you can get them cheaper, but I felt like at $8, anything less than 10 is honestly, in my opinion, a steal. For a brand new doll in box. Yeah, I have very few celebrity dolls, but I'm slowly collecting them enough to where like I actually think that I have enough to put them on a shelf, so that's exciting. They might all make sense, like what you're like, why are these people standing next to each other? It's fine. Cody Simpson, very excited about this. Know very little about the dolls because, well, he is in line to be added to my list. He's not on there yet. I'm very excited about this. So at this point, I have spent $8, so $16, $17, $18. And that was just at the flea market. If I did my math correct, because I spent $5 on the holiday Barbie, $3 on Harry, $8 there, 16, 17, 18. Okay, I think that's 18 if my math is correct. Then I went to the other place. It's kind of connected to the flea market. I think it's called Dave's Place. It's also in Paw Paw, Dave's Market, something like that. And this place is kind of connected. I feel like it's open the same days and then not open the other time, you know what I mean? Versus like an antique mall is usually open most days, if that makes sense. But I think this place is open year round. It's just open on the weekends, and I think that's such an interesting thing. But it's an antique mall. Maybe it is a flea market, because an antique mall, you go to the booths, pick up the dolls or the items that you want, and then pay at the front, versus this place is like you pay each individual vendor that's there, if that makes sense. So it's still kind of a flea market. So I got 3 items here. These ones I saw first. There's a pile of dolls, doll boxes, and I picked up these 2 that were part of that booth. This one is very exciting. This booth never has dolls. And I picked up these ones. This is the 2000, it's a 2000 something. Is it 2000s? I think it's early 2000s. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the date though. I wanted to find a copyright date because I'm convinced maybe it's not the 2000s. Okay, I don't know. I've changed my mind. I don't know. I'm sorry. But it's, sorry, I'm still looking. So I got her for $15, and she's Barbie and me. And from just basically looking at the box, my assumption is that there are dolls. I think there's 3 in the line, as you can see. 1, 2, 3 humans. 1, 2, and then 3. And there were outfits to go along with the doll, so you can match the doll, because it says you can dress just like your doll. Fashion's available in girl sizes too. And then I was making fun of them because it looks like they had a separate group chat. They were like, we're gonna wear jeans and a jacket, and then she showed up. Or it looks like the main mean girl in the movie, and then the 2 backup people behind her, the 2 rando friends. Nonetheless, they look like they're matching. Like, you tell me these 2 are in a line, I go, yeah, they're in a line together. This doll is not a part of the same line. That's what it looks like. She was $15. This is an early 2000s doll / looks like an early 2000s doll. And listen, I'm ready for them to start showing up in antique places or flea markets, because this was like my era. These are the faces that I recognize, and I think they're just so pretty. I don't know what face this is. Don't hate me, but I don't know. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I cannot get enough of them. I want more. This particular era is what I grew up with. This outfit looks like a skirt that I have. For a different doll. I was trying to find who's wearing it. I don't know where I put her. My guess is she's somewhere over there. Anyways, a particular doll that I really like is wearing an outfit that looks just similar, like it's a skirt that looks just like this pattern, which is why this one really moved me. So I got her. And then the other one that I got from that same booth, I also paid $15 for. Here she is. It's the dance moves Teresa to make her move like a real dancer, and she looks like this. I actually recognize this doll line because I got a pair of Barbie tights, I think, and that's how I came across these dolls. I think they're really pretty, and I said it's Teresa. I feel like Christy will be really hard to get, but I really do want more Barbies. And I want more Barbie dolls, and I would like to have like a huge collection like I see some people have, because I do like Barbies, crazy enough. So when I saw that, I was like, I kind of really want her. And again, I don't know how much they go for, so don't tell me if I overpaid, but I was like, I really want them, and they're in box, so I was like, $15 fair, so that's 30 plus 18 is 48. We're racking up. The other doll that I got at that place, not from the same booth, but a different booth, they had like a box or a little basket of Barbies. And I found this doll, and I don't think this is her outfit. Actually, I don't know if it's her outfit, but I thought the outfit was cute. So here she is. She was just in a bag. But her jacket, now maybe the rest of the outfit is not this, but I paid $3 for this doll. I think it's a Teresa doll. Do not quote me. Okay, she doesn't smell weird. She has an NBA jacket, and I may have just bought the doll for the jacket, and I don't need you to hate me for that, because let me have it. I don't know what the rest of the outfit she's wearing is, but I love merch like this. I love, like, when Barbie did, like, what is this called? I don't know what that's called, but like, what is merch? Oh my god. I guess just when Barbie partnered with other companies. And then they wear the outfits. This is the WNBA Women's Basketball Association. I don't know what the rest of the outfits that she's wearing. The pants are actually cute. The top is not my favorite. Is it Barbie? The thing is, a lot of times when I don't like an outfit, I won't look to see if it's actually Barbie, and I'll just cut it up. It is Barbie. It does say Barbie. I'm not knowledgeable enough. It looks like it would go to a bigger, like a 1966 Barbie body based on the upper chest area. The pants look really cute. I don't know if they're Barbie, but I'll probably keep them. By keep them, I mean not chop them up. I think they're actually really cute. They've got like really cute stripes. I don't love the texture here, but it doesn't hurt my fingers. Sorry that I just like took Teresa's outfit off and am showing you the naked doll. This is really cute. I didn't even realize that she came with other clothing, so we saw she was wearing that. She has a pair of leggings. Cute. And then the one that I was like, this is adorable and I love this. And it's dirty, but I need to figure out what it goes to. Okay, the skirt does not say Barbie, and the top possibly isn't Barbie because it doesn't have a thing, but it could be. But it does say Barbie on it, but I don't know if somebody made it. It's a little cheer top. And I said, that's the most adorable thing ever. So I'm gonna have to wash it because it is. She's got some stains, but I thought this is so cute. So I got a doll, a jacket that I'm obsessed with. The extra outfit, this is Barbie. These, I don't know if this is Barbie. I guess not everything has to say Barbie on it. I don't know. The leggings are cute. I'll use them for something basic. But I got an extra outfit for $3. That brings my total to, what is that math? $51? And then we're not done there. We are not done there. I feel like maybe I did some bad math. No, I don't think I did. I lie. The last place we went to was further down. On our way back home was a place we stopped at. Unsure if it was open, and I think it is an antique mall. Maybe, I don't actually know. It's kind of a weird store. Sometimes they have dolls, sometimes they don't. One time I got a whole bunch of magazines from them, and I got a doll. Very grateful that I stopped in. They had 3 dolls there. I had 2 of them already, which meant that this doll was fair game. Again, I don't know how much she sells for, and if this was a good price, but I paid $12 for this doll. This is a Christmas doll. It's Holiday Joy, and while I really like the holiday Barbies, there's just something about the Christmas ones that I think are so fun, and I feel like no one ever talks about them, and I really like the Christmas ones. I have a single Christmas one, and then I have 2 Christmas Barbie outfits. Exciting, I know. So she's adorable. Here's what she looks like. She comes with an ornament, which is super cute. And I fell in love with her. I could not pass her up. She's $12. This might be a 2000s. I feel like it's late 90s. It's not gonna tell me. Oh, there's information here. It's 2003. I feel like I recognize that face. She's very pretty. I was gonna say early or late 90s to early 2000s, so I'm glad. It says 2003 copyright maybe, so somewhere around that time. She's adorable though. She's adorable. I know nothing about this doll, but I picked her up because she was Christmas, and I literally was just looking at Christmas dolls. I know I don't have her, so that brings my total to the $63, which is fair. I got a whole bunch of box dolls. I got some nude dolls and some nude dolls, some outfit pieces. This doll. I'm surprised I did not get more OMG dolls. Yeah. I like going to antique places, and I'm very grateful for the haul that I have and the dolls that I was able to get for pretty decent prices. Thank you to all the people that were at the flea market who sold me stuff, because I am so grateful that you were getting rid of your dolls. Anyways, I'm actually thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on the video. But yeah. Bye!